Hope y'all can hear me. I got my ear thingy things on. It's coffee time. I'm walking out to my car. So just it could be a little bit more quiet for everybody to watch on here. How's everybody doing? Unlock this door. I got so many keys, you guys. So Cora is supposed to come on live. Hopefully she does. We wanted to talk about some of her ideas. She had a pretty good idea this morning. So it was about her wanting to purchase a home, owner financing, and it's going to be kind of wobbly because I'm walking right now, you guys, but excuse me. So yeah, she wanted to start looking. Wanted to rent some rooms, so hopefully she finds something good, but she doesn't know like where exactly she wants to purchase the home at, which out there they're still pretty affordable. Hey Tim, still watching ads? What? um, so yeah, Cora wanted to watch. Oh my god, wanted to look and see for some kind of deal, but then she also had the idea to uh, rent her address or kind of like a mail room for nomads to receive packages, stuff like that. So that could be a little side hustle some of you guys can do if you guys are in a kind of like centrally located somewhere. So let me get to my car. Now this street gets full on the weekends, and I have to like walk a little ways to park somewhere. Yeah, hustling, Cora. For sure. I was like, man, that's a good idea. We should talk about it. Do you want to go live? But I sent her the link and no response. So who knows? Let me put these windows down. It's hot. Oh, cool. I don't even need a dang holder, you guys. Let me show you where I have you. So this part right here, it actually sits really well. Just like that. Cool. So let me get comfortable. Yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. Another beautiful day in paradise. Let me get myself together here. Don't turn the corner hard. Ah, gosh. I don't pay attention and I almost like bump into things all the time, especially if I'm obviously not paying attention and I'm on my phone or I'm talking or I'm looking at something. It's horrible. What are y'all up to? So today, oh, MR, Heidi, enjoy your Sunday and the coffee. Yes, coffee time with my awesome sticker. It is hot. I just made it too. Y'all can, no, I don't think you guys can see that, but it's hot. Well, never mind. Just don't move around too much. I'm back. Okay. Well then. Because I still have like half a mess in here. I'm dashing from my room. No orders for 30 minutes already. Dang. But the nice thing, Tim, is that you get that from your room. That's good. This last house we had in Oklahoma, I was able to sit at the house too. But the previous one, I really couldn't because it was, like, pretty south of town, and all the, like, the main restaurants were up north. So I'm like, "Ah." I would just go sit up north and, like, wait and wait and wait, but luckily, when I was living there, I had the Prius, so I had just had the air on and it didn't matter, like, the battery just kept the air on and I didn't waste too much gas. Every dang store is about 1.5 miles to 2 miles from my house. Dang. Wow. No, that last store, like, I was right in, like, the main one of the main streets, and they had um, the Chick-fil-A, Whataburger, a bunch of, like, bigger, more sitting restaurants. They had some breakfast stuff. They had IHOP, like, all within that one little store strip or whatever. Yeah, so that one was a pretty good location, and that was, like, right at the edge where the map kinda shows, like, the gray area, highlighted area where it's at. Yeah, that's true. People are probably still at church. Over here, people are going to church right now. They go to all you can eat brunch. That's where I would be. Before, my brother mentioned, um, that, "Well, all you can eat is all you can eat. Don't be stuffing your face." Because I tell him, "If I go to some of those restaurants, I'm gonna get fat real quick. Because you're like, I paid for all you can eat, and I wanna keep eating." And then you go you go and you go, and yeah, I get too fat. Intermittent fasting helps me, though. That really helps. So, you're dashing. Let's see. I'm going to church, asking Sky Daddy to come. Oh, and save them. Yep. Well, hello, Dora. Dora's my mom, you guys. I think she is one of my most watchers on here. I will hear her play my videos over and over, especially the shorts. They just keep going and going, and she's just looking at the 15 seconds, repeat and repeat and repeat, looking at all the details, I guess. I don't know what she's looking at, but she keeps looking. I'm like, oh my gosh. But it gives me views, right? It gives me watch hours, views, all that. She gives likes, she comments. So I guess that's really good. But I'm like, oh my gosh. I just hear her playing my stuff over and over. It's funny. But yeah, you guys, Dora, that's my mom. That's Grandma Dora. Mom, Tim dice, hola, señora. It's Tim. Let's see if she'll do the one finger typing, you guys. So it might take her a minute. But yeah, today I get the electrical done. It was kind of debating between yesterday and today. So he has time to come today. So I won't be on here too long because I have to go to Home Depot and get the plugs, the outlet stuff, and then he's gonna finish hooking it up because now it's all painted, it's all done, ready to move in, and we just need the outlets. I didn't want to move anything in until like everything was done because just to be moving beds and furniture and clothes and all that over and over. So yeah, there's some like puck lights that he actually gave me, and I think they're LED. They're even dimmable. So they're just four big puck light looking things that go into like the drywall, and somehow it has like some kind of clips or something. Oh, finally you got an order. Go get it. Go get it. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so it's like these like I don't know, probably a little bit smaller than like somebody's face. And my brother says they're really, really bright. So I'm gonna get like a dimmer, I think, for that. So there's four of them on the ceiling. It's gonna be four of them. And then I have so many outlets in there. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna use them all, but I'll probably end up using all the outlets somehow. And we're putting a special outlet, just like it on its own, uh, I guess breaker. I don't know what you would call it, like not tied to the other outlets, just by itself. So then it can handle like the AC, the window AC, while we use like a microwave or whatever. I use a fridge, or if we want to plug multiple things, blah 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 blah. So yeah, you guys, just to have it. Ooh, it's super hot. Well, dang, I thought Cora was going to be on here telling her hustling and business ideas. Speaking of hustling and business, FedEx delivering on a Sunday. What? Look at that, you guys. Hustle, hustle. It is roasty. It's supposed to get to like the mid 90s here with some humidity. But no, but from what I kind of understand that she's typing her message on here, she says, I love everybody. Hi, Tim. Thank you. It was nice to meet you. Something like that. And I guess thank you for the food. And I love Dia. All right. Hi, Mom. So I was debating whether to do my live stream inside the tiny house, but I was like, no, because people are going to be going in and out of the little house, like checking on me, wanting to talk to me. I was like, I just need to go to the car and just kind of sit out here, and that way I don't get like interrupted. But good morning, Ileana. How are you? What the what? A 15-minute ad? Can you skip most of it? My goodness. Tim mentioned something like that. Wow. But you can still hear. Wow. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, if you can skip a girl, skip it. That's too long. But thank you. I appreciate that. Wow. So yeah. Um, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Drinking my coffee. Welcome, welcome. So unfortunately, Corey's not popping up on here. I guess she got busy, but she was going to start talking, and I thought it was a really good topic of owner financing. If you guys can't do it traditionally to purchase a home, owner financing is always a great idea. It's a great option. Of course, going to an area where it's not, it's the opposite of location, 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 right? Where people don't really want to be there as much, so the prices are cheaper. That's always an idea if you don't mind. If you don't mind where to go, if you have a specific state or city or something that you really love, then that's different. It's gonna cost you. But otherwise, I mean, there's still ways to do it. So I didn't get to finish talking to Cora, but what I would have suggested to look for at least a three-bedroom, possibly a four-bedroom. Out there, there should still be some bigger homes. I don't even know. Normally, the older homes are like a two-bedroom, three-bedroom. You're lucky if you find that because they did like an addition. But normally it's like a two-bedroom. So you're gonna have to do the numbers, make sure if you can rent the room. I asked her, well, will you be living there and then renting the other rooms? And she said, yes, at first she will. And then, she'll end up purchasing another home and then kind of do the same thing with that and rent it out. Then, of course, she won't be living there, or it just depends on what house she likes. But those are great ideas for her. She says she's building her emergency fund, so she's starting to get her ducks in a row out there. And yeah, so it's gonna take her a little bit, but it gets her wheels turning. And the mailbox idea was pretty cool. She can she can put that if it has a garage or if it has a shed or something like that. You can always build cubbies and kind of put people's names or whatever, their info in each cubby and kind of rent it out pretty cheap because I mean, most people aren't going to have stuff coming all day every day. Cora has great energy. She sure does. Thank you, Sam. Good morning. Yeah, she comes up with so many ideas. I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, you go, girl. You got all the time in the world right now. You're super young. Do all that you want to do before you settle down. Shoot. Her focus is not to get married and have kids and settle down. She wants to like live it up for a while. So I'm like, heck yeah, girl. Do that for maybe another few years, 5, 6 years, because she barely turned 21. I'm like, you got time. Wherever you live, you need good culture. Low class people will destroy your quality of life. Oh my gosh, yes. Yep. I've seen some of those videos where they have like section 8, if that's what you're talking about. Oh man, they destroy these people's homes. It's ridiculous. They destroy them, and then those same tenants report the state, city, whatever it is, however that works. And of course, when there's a report of something being broken or whatever, then they have to fix it. It's not like, oh, well, you have to wait or you pay for it because you trashed it. So they have to fix it. I've seen some of those shorts. It's crazy. Like, it's guaranteed money, but I don't think it's a lot of money. It sounds like a headache to me. Yeah, I never thought of doing like a mail room in my own house. That's a pretty good side hustle there. There was a mail room that we would go to in I think it's Imperial Beach or San Diego. Not just low income. I've also experienced this with high income areas. You need to understand the quality of people and culture before spending time. Hmm. Yeah, I guess that's why. I mean, you can do like the credit checks, background checks, whatever kind of checks you you want to do. That's true. Because people they'll destroy your things. It's ridiculous. Alrighty, Eliana, you're finally here. Good morning. Wow, 15-minute though, like 15-minute ad. That's crazy. That is crazy. And some of those mail rooms, they're in a way they're kind of better than renting at a FedEx or a post office or something like that because you can receive just about anything. Some of those mail rooms, like I've rented before, they'll charge you for something bulky. They'll charge you extra for having it there and for receiving it, which wasn't a lot, but if you order quite a bit of stuff often, then it adds up. I think it was like an extra $5, $10, I can't remember, for my big old Blue Eddy. But seeing unfriendly faces every day will destroy your spirit. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Watch the whole 15-minute ad, support the hustle. Well, thank you. I don't even know if you get paid more for watching the whole thing. You might know, Sam. I think somebody had mentioned like 30 seconds, maybe a minute watching ads or something. But like, what else you got to do? We're already on here, right? We're going to be on here anyway. You might as well watch an ad for me. That's what I do. I let it play for a while, and then I'm like, okay, this one's going a little too long. Skip, but most of the time, I try to leave the ad going for a while. Sometimes you'll have two ads, Oh, you were making coffee while waiting? Oh, well, thank you. Ooh. All right, you guys. So last time I had Dunkin', this time I bought breakfast blend, the Starbucks breakfast blend, and I just keep dumping it on my big Folgers plastic container. I just like dump them. This one's really good. It's getting better. Sometimes I have coffee mixes in there that are like, oh, it's disgusting. And I need to add my favorites to it and mix it, and then it's really good. But yeah, that's how I do it. Sometimes I'll leave them separate, and then I just feel like, okay, today I only feel like Starbucks. Today I feel like Dunkin'. Today I might feel like whatever, whatever. But most of the time, I just like dump them all in one and mix them, and that's just how I do it. And it tastes okay. I don't mind. All my yummy flavors into one mix, like combining a soup. Yeah, I'm just not ready to have like my own house again. I'm like, ugh. After going through this last one and selling it and moving and all that, I'm like, nah. Tiny house is a good option. Even like an RV would have been a good option. Living in my van for a few months to a year would have been a good option. But I'm like, I'm not ready to dive back into another home right now. Like I just want to, oh, what's the word? Just not be having so many responsibilities and upkeeps and all that. So I'm like, ugh, no, not right now. Give it about another year. Sometime next year, maybe I'll want to look for something, but I'm not ready for that right now. Which every year it seems like prices are going to go up. So if you're going to do it, then you might as well do it. But I'm just not ready. So I'm not going to do it right now. We were talking, I think it was maybe in the what's that, 60s and 70s. My mom and I were talking, and with some of my siblings, but it came up the topic how cheap it was to rent out here, how cheap the prices of the homes were. So I think maybe 80s, 90s, the houses here were still around 100,000. And before that, my mom said that she was renting a studio before I was born. She was renting a studio in Hollywood that was like 35 or 45 bucks a month, something like that. Um, and so like it's ridiculous. Now it's like $1 million for just a basic house, 2 3 bedroom house. It's $1 million pretty much. And then you get outbidded. Even if it's like seven something, eight something, 900 something, you get outbidded and then it will become 900 to over 1 million for just a basic house. I can't see myself doing that. That's crazy. Well, for one, I don't have $1 million, right? So maybe that's why too, but I don't know. It's it's ridiculously priced. I'm just used to purchasing like super cheap homes. Fixer uppers. Out here, a fixer upper might be 400, 500, $600,000 maybe, a fixer upper. And that I find like, wow, that's insane. So I always say there's always a loophole, there's always an alternative way of living where you want to live and doing what you want to do. Like to actually have a home, then figure out a way to get the down payment. And then, like Cora was saying, and I usually say it too, rent out the rooms, convert a garage, live in the garage, rent out the house. There's so many ways of doing it. If you don't want to be like within the same house with other roommates, do the ADU, rent the garage or live in the garage, I mean, and then rent the house, each room's whatever, you know? You should sell your own coffee, Dia's coffee, medium or strong. I've thought about that. I've seen some videos about the process of that. I'm like, "Ooh, wow. You gotta have some, like, commitment to go with that." I'm like, yeah. Right now, I think I'm at the point of stage in life. I don't know if it's like a midlife crisis these past few years where it's like, okay, going through the teenage stage of Cora and her rebellious years and going through my divorce and then moving around and like right now I'm just to the point where I don't want to do as much. I don't want to be on the grind as much. I just want to relax and kind of enjoy my life and like de-stress everything for a while. And I'm usually a pretty like super happy person and pretty mellow, but like still, life is stressful. So like I just want to relax for a while. Give me a few months. I might even stretch it for a year or two. Like I just want to do nothing too crazy, no hustle and bustle like ridiculous right now. Just give me a little time to unwind. So, and then I got to figure something out because you can only do like hardly anything for so long. But that's where like I am right now mentally. I'm just ready to just chill. I'm just ready to chill, you guys, and just like and this just like just enjoy the day, enjoy the sunshine, which I've been getting so burnt, you guys. Like I've been like super dark, all super red. The way that I guess I tan is like a orange, pink, red burnt look. I don't know. I've been getting some sunshine out here. I want to travel a bit. I want to just just live a mellow life for a little while and then go back to the grind for a little bit. That's that's my plan. It works for me in my head. So, oh yeah. So Dora, my mom, she says, "Happy day, Noah. I love be a copy club." So today is my nephew's birthday. He's 12. His name is Noah. So I guess shout out to Noah. 12th birthday, almost a teenager. Ooh, man, time flies, you guys. Time flies way too quick. Ooh, that was almost the wrong pipe. So Cora texts me. She says she's at the dollar store or something. That's why. But man, I wanted to dive deep in her brain. I was ready. I was like, "Ooh, girl, you know what? You want to talk about that on the live stream? 'Cause, I'll send you the link." I'm over here sweaty, you guys. You see that? It's hot. It's hot, hot and sweaty. Plus coffee, but I haven't had any coffee this morning, so yummy. What time is it? 10:33. Okay, okay. We got time. I just want to keep track of the time because I have to go to Home Depot soon. I can't wait to have electricity, have a window unit, a fan, TV, my little fridge, something going in there because the days that it gets like 100 degrees with humidity inside the tiny house, oh my God. I go outside or I go to the main house and Uh, so I go to the main house and, the AC's on in there and it feels nice, but I'm like, I want to be in my space. I want to relax. I want to just lounge around and do, sometimes I just want to be like not having that much clothes on or be in my PJs and just kind of lounge, right? But I need the electricity to be able to plug in a fan or a little AC or something because it gets really hot in there. Let me see, Jackie. I was curious if you're a religious person. Um, I believe in God. I believe there's a creator. I believe more spiritual, I guess. Not really like any kind of religion. I grew up more Catholic than anything, but we weren't really church going. It was more like for like weddings, baptism, different things like that to go to church. It wasn't like we would go on Sundays or anything like that. But I do believe there's a God. I believe, um, uh, you know, just things like that. But I'm a optimistic person, and I rather believe that there is God, that Jesus was here, and there is a hell, there is a heaven, and he's not from this world, so he must be like alien or something. I don't know. I think about all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm like, well, it says he created us in his image, so I don't know. I don't know what like in the Bible, I don't know what's exactly true, what's not, because it's been like translated over time and over time, and um humans are the ones that have written that. So it's kind of like what we used to I learned this game called telephone when you were young, and you'd whisper a certain thing and you pass it around in the class, and once it got back to the teacher, like it would be a whole different story or scenario, or they would have already twisted like a bunch of whatever the sentence was. So I don't think it's exactly as the Bible has it, but I think there is a lot to that. So I'm not like a Bible thumper, and you know, I'm not very religious, I guess, but I do believe in God. And I mean, this just wasn't created just out of nowhere. I don't think so. There's something to it. So I don't know. That's just that's what I believe anyway, without getting too much into it. But yeah, a noodle pair, relax. Yes, it's one of my favorite things right now to do is relax, especially if it's hot. If it's hot, like my energy just goes and I just wanna sit there. Sometimes it just gets to where, like, I'm all sweaty, like, right now, oh my god, and I just wanna go to sleep. I wanna take a nap because my energy is not very high to begin with. I don't know if that has anything to do with, like, my thyroid issue, because I have hypothyroidism, so usually my energy is, like, on the lower spectrum, but when it's hot, it's like, but yeah, that's why I'm like, "Yes, but they only got paid $2 an hour?" Who got paid $2 an hour? Oh, you're probably looking at um, the previous thing that I said about the homes being super cheap. Yeah, she was mentioning that, if that's what you're talking about. My mom was saying like a dollar something, 2 something an hour. But the thing was, I asked her, "Was it hard to pay your bills with whatever the price of living was, the minimum wage was?" And she said, "No, it really wasn't." Like, um So, I don't know, I haven't done the calculation myself, but we're just kind of talking and just kinda hearing what she was, her the story she was telling us, but Yeah, she was talking about, yeah, the minimum wage was super, super low. But I don't know if you compare that to like, what is it out here? It's about 15 something an hour now. So it's gone up like 15x. Have the homes gone up that much? Probably. I don't know. I'll need to do the math, you guys, but I haven't done it. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather like live in a van for a while because I don't want to work. I don't want to work hard, you guys. I really don't. I'm to that point, like, I don't want to do it. It sounds bad, doesn't it? But like, I really don't. I'm like at that stage. Like, I'm not trying to work too hard. Give me a vacation. Maybe because I just like within like less than a year, I I moved from Oklahoma, came to California, then moved back to Oklahoma, and now moved back to California. So maybe like that wore me out. I don't know. I like the live song, so will I. 100 billion X. Hmm, I'll have to see which one that is. That's why the houses are so cheap. It's the same now. If you just get paid more, no difference. It's a religious song? Okay. Let me screenshot this because my chat for some reason won't replay even though I have it on the settings to replay. It just doesn't replay for you guys afterwards. So all you see on my lives, on my replays is just me talking and kind of reading the comments. I think maybe that's why some YouTubers I see, oh, Noodle Pair said, and then they read it like verbatim for every comment because they won't show up on theirs either. So I'm sure I'm not the only one having those issues, but I don't know how to fix it. So I just screenshot that. I will look for that song later, Eliana, because I can't like multitask on here for some reason. It'll freeze me, I think, if I get out of this screen. Yeah, but I don't know, like, if you think about it too with, like, what the minimum wage is and how cheap or how, expensive the houses are, like, here in California, I think it's the 15 something. Some places it might be a little bit more. I think, like, San Francisco might they're either trying to push it or they're already, like, at 17. I don't know for sure. But, like, Oklahoma, Texas, they're, like, 7 something, 8 something an hour, that's their minimum, and the houses are way cheaper, like, half the price here. So, I guess it kinda goes with it. I don't know. You have to definitely make more than minimum wage to purchase anything really, 'cause it's too much. It's I don't know, you guys, I'm sure, know about purchasing homes, but, like, just the maintenance on it, taxes, utilities, the payment, it's almost like renting, but a little more, I think. It used to be it was cheaper to purchase, like, your mortgage, the monthly payment versus rent, and now I think it's probably flipped, so oh, and I was gonna say, yeah, for, like, the typically, the minimum wage and house costs and all that, kinda it kinda goes like that, right? It just keeps going up, but COVID had, like, I don't know, it was ridiculous. The prices shot way up. I think it at least doubled, if not tripled, quadrupled with some situations. And then some other things, it really didn't do too much. Like people talk about how food is so ridiculously expensive, and some items didn't really go up at all. And then, of course, some did, some went like sky high. So I think that's with everything. But uh, all I know is my insurance, car insurance, van insurance, it went up coming to California from Oklahoma. That one didn't go up. The gasoline out here is like almost $6. Five. The last fill up I did was like 5.80 something per gallon. Yeah, and out there in Oklahoma, I think it was like two something. It might have gone to like barely above $3. So, and you would assume, okay, well, minimum wage out there is like $8. Out here it's like 16, so like double the cost. Yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand, I guess. If you're doing the math, you really see what it is, right? But like I mentioned, you have to definitely make more than minimum wage to be able to afford anything. You can't just make minimum wage and especially not work part-time making minimum wage. Like there's no way you can pay for anything. That's where the assistance comes to play, right? The state or the city local assistance. That's where you would have to go and get the extra stuff, the food banks, the healthcare, all that stuff. But like otherwise, mm, forget it. And what's crazy is if you make a bit more, then you don't qualify for like discounts. You don't qualify for like the healthcare. You don't qualify for a lot of stuff. So like one of my brothers right now, he was working full time and just couldn't qualify for like the the cheaper healthcare and all that because he's got some medical stuff. But now he's down to where he's not working and he had some surgery and um had to have like the state healthcare thing. So like when you're not making anything or you're making like less than, then you qualify for everything. Like it's it's almost an incentive and not to work and not to do anything for a lot of people and just like have kids and not work very hard and you qualify for everything. I don't know. And one of my other brothers, you guys, I'll mention brothers, but I have multiple brothers, so I don't really want to be saying their names. But another brother of mine mentioned that there's a documentary and it would kind of explain how these different countries are taxed, how we're taxed, where it kind of allocates the money. Like they're more open about where it's allocated out here. It's just like when they take your paycheck, paperwork stuff, it just shows like Medicare and state, and like it doesn't like divide it up into exactly where it goes. And some of the other countries it does. Some of the other countries have where like the school lunches are prepared or managed by like actual chefs. And out here in the States, we get like sucky school food. Like it doesn't even look appetizing. Just like breaded and fried looking oven fried stuff. Like I don't remember the food being that great, that healthy compared to what it should be. Like I'm sure there's a lot of places, and I think they have the funds to have good food, you guys. I really do. But, like, if you would have fresh fruits, fresh veggie options, not even like a basic salad, but, like, just fresh individual fruits and veggies for the kids and a little piece of chicken, a little piece of, turkey or something, it would be a lot healthier. I think kids would eat more. Um, I don't know. I'm just rambling, you guys, thinking about all kinds of stuff, but it's ridiculous, and I think that they have the funds to provide better food for these kids because a lot of times, from my experience with Cora, we didn't qualify for the free school lunches, So we would put it in her account and she would have like a little pin number thing, that little code that she would go up to the line. And there was a time or two where I didn't put money in there in time, or must have slipped my mind. I didn't have time, or whatever the case was. It happened a couple times. And so she goes up to the cashier lunch lady, and you don't have enough funds for the food. Well, all they do is just grab your lunch tray and throw it in the trash, which that really ticked me off. They do that to these kids, and these kids are hungry. So you mean to tell me that because this kid, for whatever reason, didn't have the money in their account, you're just gonna grab their tray and throw the food because they can't pay for it? Like, that doesn't make sense. You rather trash the food than let the kid eat. Regardless, the food is trashed. You're not gonna get that back. You can't put that back and give it to another kid. So why trash it? That's ridiculous. I don't know if you guys have experienced that with your kids or grandkids or whoever, but we did. We did, and that was ridiculous. How are you gonna, a little kid hungry, and you're just gonna grab their stuff and throw it away? Like, I know that they're supposed to, because that's the rules. So you can't really blame them per se, but at the same time, that's ridiculous. Whoever made that rule, that's ridiculous. So Cora got smarter. She tells me stories now. She's like, my friends and I, we would get in line and we would pick what we wanted, and then um, we would pick what we wanted and we would start eating it before we got to the cashier lady. And if we, for some reason, didn't have the funds, which it only happened like a couple times, you guys, but like if we didn't have the funds, so she was already traumatized. Like, at least I got to eat something before they threw my stuff away. I felt so bad for her. I feel bad for all the kids. Like, don't make the kids pay for that shit, man. That's ridiculous. That's horrible. But yeah, that happened to Cora, and I'm sure it happens to a lot of kids. And then I start thinking about, like, the "no kid should be hungry" type of commercials, and that really ticks me off because, like I was saying, the state will help you, food banks everywhere, churches will help you. There's so much, like, free stuff here. Like, your kid should not go hungry. Even a simple bowl of oatmeal and a banana, like, some rice and beans with a little seasoning of whatever you guys like. You know, everybody has different taste buds or whatever. They want their own type of seasoning. But I mean, something simple as that. Like, you're gonna tell me that you don't have enough money to buy a dollar bag of rice, a dollar bag of beans. You can eat off of that for a while, which sucks too. You know, you want something different. Sometimes you want variety, but like, I don't know. Some of those commercials make me upset. I see the point for the kid because sometimes the kids are young or they don't know how to cook, or they don't have any food in there, and it's the parents' issue because if you're like super poor, they give you food stamps or EBT, whatever it's called now. Um, it is sad. It's really sad. You know, we've never gotten to that, you know, low state because we grew up, we would get free lunches, but Cora didn't because our income was a bit higher. And then, but like, we never went hungry. Even like a package of hot dogs or making spaghetti or, you know, just some basic stuff. There's no reason for a kid to go hungry. It is really sad. Yeah, those commercials tick me off. Just like the poor dog ones where they're so mistreated, the animals, SPCA or whatever it is. These poor babies are so malnourished. You can see all their little bones. Ah, you guys, I'm in one of those like, oh, one thought will like make another thought come, and I'm just thinking of all those commercials right now. It's so sad. Oh, you guys, I was watching YouTube, and sometimes I'll read the comments on some of these videos, and there was one there's one funny lady, like She does like comedy on here. I'm pretty sure she's in Africa because she makes content about Africa. And she gets really sarcastic. People will comment, "Oh, there's no technology in Africa. Like, how are you doing this? How are you doing that? There's no like blah blah blah. Do you have technology? Do you have water in Africa? Do you have food?" So she'll like put the little comment on there and then she'll be funny about it. But she'll have a phone, she's holding her phone. There's like other technology stuff or like a light post or something. Like, nope, there's no technology in Africa. There's blah blah blah. If we want to have power, if we want to have something, we have to pray to the gods and we have to do like um I might share one of her videos on the community page if I find one again, but she's funny. But what made me think about that is I was reading one of the comments talking about how stereotypical or how we grew up here in the States. And when we were younger, you would hear, oh, you need to eat your food or finish your whole dinner or whatever because there's kids starving in Africa. And so the comment was like, that's so ridiculous to have that kind of mentality. Like, we have food, we have this, we have that in Africa. We're not like completely starving. And, that's what you're taught even in schools back in the day, they would mention stuff like that. And I know at home they would mention stuff like that. There's poor kids in Africa. You would see shows about it. So I'm like, okay, well, what is it then? Because on YouTube also, you see where there a lot of like ministry channels, they'll show you the kids that they're helping in Africa. Because I'm keeping the topic about Africa, you guys. This happens worldwide, but like you'll see that they would like for you to send or for you to help or whatever way you can do it because of these kids, they're orphans or for some reason they're in those kind of programs. But I'm like, I don't know, like a lot of kids are starving in Africa and all around the world. So I don't know how their government or how their food insecurity, security, how that works, but I know how it works in the States, and no kid should be hungry here. I know I ramble, you guys, but let's see. Here in Colorado, they will give you something like peanut butter and jelly. Okay. Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, when Cora was in line, the cashier would be at the end of the food line. So, like, if they were to, and I've heard of people doing that too, giving them like a little sandwich or something. But like, if you were to check their account or whatever before they even go through the line of getting that, it's even embarrassing for the kid probably to go through that line and have somebody just throw their food away. But like, you can avoid a lot just by having the cashier check your account first and then, okay, well, you need to go to this line or you need to go to that line. Or if you only have one line, well, step over here for a minute or whatever. But regardless, I'm sure it's embarrassing for the kid because all the kids know when they make you go to a certain line or they give you a peanut butter and jelly, ooh, you're poor, ooh, you're this. And I don't know. Bullying, bullying for sure. I'm just rambling on, you guys. Everything and anything that's popping in my head, I'm just talking about it. If you guys want to add your 2 cents to it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go, you guys, because I gotta go to Home Depot, pick out the electrical sockets, and I shall have power today, this afternoon. So that's gonna be exciting. And then comes the chore of moving all my things in there, which I probably won't do any kind of like tiny house tour for a while because it's gonna be crazy in there. So I gotta set everything up and then I might show you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by, saying hi, commenting, for giving me the thumbs up and all, for watching the super long advertisement. Thank you. But I have to go and get ready for Home Depot. Home Depot has been my go-to, my Walmart this past month or 2. Oh my god. I've never been to Home Depot so many times, but for a tiny house, yeah, yeah, it's there. So, anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you, let's see who was on here. Ileana, Noodle Pear, Dora, Jackie, let's see, Inspirational Nomad, Sam, Mobang for your bucks, Tim. Well, it was MR. Yeah, MR. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you guys on the next live stream. Bye, guys.